Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be solving some of the questions, interesting question I will say, uh, from the lead code, right? Uh, One second. Yeah. So I have picked two questions for you, and both are medium level questions. Medium is intermediate level question, but the logic you are going to use is bit advanced level logic, I will say. So I will say that this type of questions do need some ideas of some inner ideas, I will say, like you should be having a good knowledge, and also it is worthful if someone is working and trying to become better in SQL or Pandas method. So as on a regular basis, how are we solving the problem till today is we are solving it in both the manner. We are also solving the problems in SQL method as well as the Pandas method. So the same thing I am going to show you today as well. Okay. So moving on to the first question of today's discussion, it tells me that write a solution to report the customer IDs from customer table that Okay, let's do one thing. We will be taking this question as a second question. Okay, so let's begin with another part today. Why I am taking that as my second question, I will let you know because uh, the this type of question was also asked in a Microsoft interview, SQL interview, where the medium level was where the level was medium. So based on this concept, that question we can solve, right? So today's discussion will be a bit less. I will quickly solve the questions today, but will give you a complete brief. I will try to finish this video by 15 minutes. Yeah, so this video would be 15 to 20 minutes lengthier, and I will be solving this questions ASAP, right? After that, I will be moving on to that interview question, this part of the question, right? So this is what I wanted to show you. Already I have solved that, but again, that's not an issue. I will explain this thing. That's not an issue. So yeah, so let's begin with the first part of the question. So it question name is consecutive numbers. I need to identify the numbers from the table that are consecutive, right? So this is my logs table, and this is the output thing. So the number that is present over here and which is consecutive, I need to just display that with the column name as consecutive nums. Simple it is. So how will you solve the question? Whenever we come across this type of question, right? What is consecutive? So consecutive means basically my previous number and my next number should be equal. So I will say my middle number is consecutive, isn't it? If I want to check if what is my previous number, so what I can do, I can use window function. Same if I want to go with my next number, again I can use a window function. So what is my idea is I will create two more columns here. Okay, one column will be previous number, one column will be my next number, and I will check the whole row where my previous number equals to my next number equals to my current number, and I will just extract that. So this is what we can do simply. No, simple it is. So select, I will select num. Okay, then I can use a lat function on num because I don't want a null over there. Okay, I will show you this also. Over order by, what will be my order? My order will be based on my ID because that is in the sorted manner as previous num. So kindly ignore the spellings. Now lead num over order by ID as next num. Great. From logs. And let's run and see what does the query give to us. So this query is giving me two columns, extra column. One is previous, one is next. Now I want to take this null out. For example, I want to take this null out. What will I do is I go to my lag function, I put a comma, one because that is the first thing which I want by num. Now you see what is happening. You see this part has gone. So the column name with the value, like with the place position where I want, and then again the column name. So it will rectify the null and it will take it away. Done this part. Similarly, if I want for my lead, I can do the same thing. But although I don't want that part. Now, what you can see here is this part. So I have two columns. I have two columns. Is there any other column you see? No. Okay, if I do this also, what will happen? This will also get fulfilled. But is it correct? My question to you, is it correct? No, right? Because we are manipulating with the data here. We are taking the nulls out and we are just fitting the thing. It is not the original thing. So let's get back to the original part of the question. Means of our solution. Yes. So this was the original part. Null means zero. Null means zero. Let's keep it that way. So this column and this column means this row, the first row and last row are not getting considered. Even this row is not getting considered because all the numbers are not same. Same year, and only you will find the second row that is matching our condition, right? So what if I just put a CTE here with CTE as select nums, and what I want this as my alias name, column name from CTE, where num equals to previous number, one part, and num also equals to the next number, the second part. Done. Runtime error. Nums is not there in the list field. Num is not there. Okay, num is not there. It's just a num. Great. So then this is done first. Yeah. So you got this solution. Then now let's solve the same question in pandas. Okay, before going to the pandas, today morning I have uploaded a video of basic to advanced Python journey in which we will be discussing everything. I have given the thorough basic which any learner can see how to use the Python, how to do some addition, that this, some XYZ feature. Then I have moved to the listing part. So I was discussing a portion of list today. After which I have ended the video. It was around 30-35 minute video. Post that video, I have recreated another video which I will upload tomorrow morning. That is completely based on the loops, okay, as well as indexing. So I have already done this and I have written this thing, but I will just take this out away. Now I will solve the question in front of you, but the concept of solving this question will be linked with hardcode Python. First part. Second part is we are also focusing on indexing this time, and this type of writing the solution in pandas I have not done yet. So I am currently, this is a fresh question which I am going to do for the first time. Means for you guys I'm going to do for the first time. Okay. So uh, before moving there, let me just open the spreadsheet. So this is the regular spreadsheet that we every day work upon. So yeah, so today morning, actually in my previous video that I have uploaded today morning, I was discussing this part. I am calling this as my visualization table. For instance, I have the values 1 to 9. Okay. So according to the Python, these values are from 1 to 9, means total number of values are from 1 to 9, right? So if I just say what is the count, there are 9 count. Okay. But according to the Python, it always will start from 0. It will never start from the first number itself. Okay. So what I want is, always keep this in mind. If I say a of I, okay, so this is how we generally show indexing in the Python. What is I? I will be the index value. Index value is this values. A means the column name. Maybe the column name I will say. Okay. A is my column. Maybe the list name, column name. So with the same logic, I will be proceeding now. Okay. Before proceeding, let's take this table itself and let's just paste this. Okay. So ignore this error kind of thing and all these are not of any use. I am saying that this is my origin given table. Now you come to this portion first easily. Okay. What you can see, we know that our one is the answer which we want. Now if I say A of I at this position, which is my row number 2, right? So for row number 2, my index value is 1. Okay. Similarly, for my row number 1, my index value will be 0. And the same way for row number 3, my index value will be 2. Because it index always start from 0. Simple. So what can be my condition? What that I will be loading in the Python here. So my condition will be, if the index value of the current row is equals to the index value of I minus 1. So what is I minus 1? So 1 minus 1 is 0, means the previous part. So the same way I will say 1 plus 1 means A of I plus 1, right? So it will become 2. So if I am saying if these three are equal, then I will say the number is consecutive. Okay. One part is this. This is the case we want. But what is the length that of the given table? Now you will say the length of the given table is 9 because 9 values are there. But what is happening is we are actually playing with the index over here. So the length of the table should be 8. So what I will do is length of row minus 1, and this will give me the length which will be equals to 8. The same thing I am going to put here in this question. Now let's begin with that question. So how we are going to solve? For this I will be creating, I am just directly taking this only. I am creating this as a blank, you can say it is a blank space, blank list. I will say I have created a uh, blank list. Okay. Now I will be running a loop here. So for I in range, so what is the range of my logs table? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 is my range, right? But I want to play with the index here, as I have told you. So I will put a length function here and I will write the logs, and then I will write minus 1, this. So this becomes my overall this thing range. But one more condition I want is, I don't want my numbers to start from 0, rather I directly want it to start from 1. Why? Because if it start from 0, it will have no value, right? Because we want this part only, the actual part. Great. So I am saying that the number will start from 1 and then it should go up to the nth value, and my nth value for this question will be 7 minus 1, it will be 6, or 6 minus 1, I will say it will be 5 if I talk in terms of indexing. Now I will put my condition. So what I have told you, if a of I, okay, equals to a of I plus 1, again equals to a of I minus 1. This is what I have told you a couple of minutes ago, right? So the same logic, how are we going to use in pandas? This is what we need to see. So as you know, pandas current question is a question that is in the form of a data frame, and the data frame name is logs. So how are we going to write the code in the same manner? So that is known as the coding language, isn't it? So if I will say logs, which is my table name, column name, okay, of I. So this is the initial value it is taking, right? Equals to, and I will copy this part. I plus 1 equals to same part I minus 1, right? Then you print the value of I. First thing is this. So what will happen is this value, if this condition is true, this value will go and it will get printed over here. To get printed over there, I will use a function called append function. But what if already the value is here? Because I don't want a duplicate value. Let's say this data set is of 10 billion rows. So definitely you will have the duplication over here. Either you can extract the duplication at the end using the drop duplicates function, which we have discussed in one of our video, or else you can put another condition like this. If logs, let me just paste that. If logs none of I not in our blank list, then what you do? Just dot append, okay, this part. Great. And return me this part, right? So you need it in the format of a data frame. So I will just convert this td dot data frame, that should be capital frame, and give me that. What will I get? You see, wrong answer. Why? Okay, because the column name is not there. That is the thing. Simple. So what I can do is I can just put this columns equals to this. It's not accepting. But anyways, I will, it's just that you have to put a column thing here that you can do. I want to show you something. So I want to show you basically this logic, right? And this part, the conversion part of the column that you do, you identify which will be beneficial for you as well. Like you will also get to know, right, something new, how to use the column function here. Column is the function that we have to use. I am saying that now itself. Column is the function that you will be using, but how and which part I have missed so that I got an error. So you identify this, so it will be much beneficial for you, right? Great. So this is what I wanted to show you because this part is the most important part, and this part is the most important part. So I will say this part as part 1 and this logic as part 2. Why I have given this as part 1? Because just imagine this case itself. Let's say our let's say this way, 9, right? Now for example, you just focus on this thing now. I'm highlighting that with light purple. Okay, just imagine this part. Now let's say my a of I is here. Let's say my a of I is here, this part, and I will be highlighting it with orange. Okay, so let's say my a of I is this part. Now I am saying that my a of I is this. Okay, so I am saying that I will be checking for two conditions. So one a minus 1. Okay, so this is satisfied, but what about a plus 1? Tell me that. So if I put the length as my whole thing, what will happen is it will get add here. So my index ends on 8, right? But if I just say length of row, then my answer is 9. So what will happen is it will say 9 plus 1, which is equals to 10, and I don't have a value there. So I am ending this thing as at 8, and then it will not check only for this condition. It will just say these two are satisfied. So that is why I told that this length thing, this part is very crucial. Now, I hope you have enjoyed this part. It's getting lengthier. Actually, I don't want to make it lengthier. Quickly, I will finish this question also. If also you have any doubt or any confusion in, or if you also have a better solution, please ping me. Please put a comment. Definitely, I will review. I will see that I will learn from you guys as well. So your comments are always open for me. Great. Now moving on to this question. So this is a question that tells that we need to identify the customer who brought all the products. Acha. So all the products may, if you say this type of question, one thing comes to your mind, right? If I put where in product T in select product T 5 and 6. So what is happening in that case, you will also get those customer who only has one product, number 6. 2 doesn't have number 5. It only had number 6. So what is happening? Your case is becoming opposite of what you want. So in this type of queries, generally we use go for a simple thing, so called select, great, customer ID from customer, okay, group by customer ID having count distinct product key equals to select count all, and I will explain at a time to you all from product. Great. So this is a simple logic which I have used, and I think it is easily readable also, like there is nothing I need to explain it more. See, I had a product key. Okay. I also know number of product key in product table. It is 2. Great. It is 2. So if I just no, if I just say that I am selecting the customer ID and I am counting my distinct product key from the product table, where count of everything from the product means, if you imagine this way, let's say for customer ID 1 I have 5, customer ID 1 I have 6. Okay, so what is my distinct count over here? So distinct count is 2, right? Same, which will be equals to select count all from the product. If I count all from the product table, what I get? I get 2. So 2 equals to 2. Simple. So this condition matches, right? So this is how you can solve the question using SQL. Now just imagine how will you solve the question in Pandas. I will say one method over here, that if I just say, if I just say that the For this question specifically, I'm saying, not for any other question. I'm saying for this question, please mark the word. I know there are two products here. So what if I say if the length of my customer ID is greater than or equals to 2? Matlab length of X is greater than or equals to 2. Isn't this condition also workable over here? Easily you can take this condition and make it work, right? But this comes with a limit, this condition. What's the limit? If I change my product key from this, let's say I'm giving a product key of 10 numbers. Will this work? No, it won't work. I get an error there. I get a wrong answer there, in fact. So let's see how I have solved the question in Pandas. So while solving this question in Pandas, I will redo the question again for you. So what I can do first is I can take the products table actually firstly, right? And let's give a alias name as unique product. What is my unique product? My unique product is product of product key, right? And I have used a set function here, set. What does the set function do? Let me quickly remind you. So if I have number 1 2 3 4 4 5, so set of this will give me 1 2 3 4 and 5. It will remove the duplicates. Simple it is. It is quite simple, right? It's easy. Now let's move on to the next part. Now I will go with the group by thing. Let me say valid customers. Who are my valid customers? So I will go for the customer table dot group by, where I will group on my customer ID as we have done in our SQL. I will go with my aggregation column, that is my product key. Okay, and then I will apply lambda function. Easy, lambda of x. Now I will say length of x. Length of x. So what is x here? X is my product key. So length of x should be equals to length of unique product dot reset index name equals to, let's say I'm giving it as alpha. Now return valid customer data frame and see what I'm getting. An error. Why? So the product key is becoming an error here. So we have to identify that also, why my product key is becoming an error. Product key table name is correct. Uh, product key should work. Couldn't found product key. How it is not finding? Is there any spelling issue I'm doing? Customer. I think so. There was a spelling issue, not an issue. Great. So we have this table now, customer ID, and this is a column which we have created called alpha. So you can see I got all the unique customer, which are my 1, 2, and 3, with the alpha as true, false, true. So what I need the truth value of from this table. What? How will I filter that? I can filter that this way, like valid customer equals to valid customer of valid customer of alpha of alpha, and let's run. See, it came true, true. Another way of doing this is you can simply write valid customer equals to true. When I don't write equals to true, simply it means that it is true. So I have not equated it in this way, equals to true. Because if I write this also, I get the same result. See, right? So out of this, I just need this part. So I will just show that part customer ID. Great. It's working now. Output is customer ID, expected is customer ID. Done. So what's the learning from this question? The key learning from this question is, I will not explain the lambda part here because what is alpha lambda x, because we have already used that. Rather, I will just say length of x here. So my length of x means length of product key will be equals to length of my unique product. What's my unique product? Unique product is the length or the numbers present in the product table, right? And this is how you can do for the same question. Just for this question, I am saying I have given you a logic, right? If equals to greater than 2, if you just see, try with that, what happens? See, it is working, but it is valid for this question because if I submit this part, it you will get a wrong answer. Why? Because we have three product key here and we have given it up to 2. So this is where the error will come. So this is what I was just discussing with you a couple of minutes ago. Okay, moving back to its SQL part. This part, everything I have told you a couple of minutes ago. This was super clear, right? So now, if I just explain the same thing in for this question again, this question, the same concept of the question was asked in Microsoft SQL interview question. So here the Microsoft wants the super cloud customer, and the super cloud customer is a customer who has purchased at least one product from every product category listed in products table. Let's see. One product, one product means product ID from every product category listed in products table. So you have two things here, ID and category, and which you have to use, right? There it was only the products, all the products. But here it is ID and category means products with category, and that is why I need one more condition here, and that condition is my on my product category, not on my product ID. So I have to do a basic join here, that's all. So I give the same thing, select customer ID from the customer table, join the product thing on product ID equals to product ID, then the same thing, but I have just calculated for my product category, and then I will just show my customer ID. This is the key difference in both the questions. So what happened today is we have solved some question from Lead whose connection was with the Microsoft interview question, but it was bit changed. So the change for this question was in this line, who has purchased at least one product from every product category. If it was just only one product or all the product, then simply you could have used that thing, like we could have used that same our logic and we could have solved. Just a bit change in the question change can add one or two line extra in the solution. So that's all for today. I want to discuss this part itself. At the night, I will be starting up with our this thing data set question as the project. So at night, another video will be uploaded. This video will be uploaded probably by 7:30 or 8:30 p.m. today. And at night 11:30, 12:30, or maybe 11, that data set video will be uploaded. So today I am going to upload three video. One is done. Second one will be uploaded after 2 to 3 hours, right? I hope you have enjoyed a lot. I have taken 15 to 20 minutes extra, but I think I have explained it good enough. So if also you have any query, doubt, anything, please ping me, reach me out in LinkedIn, or also you can comment me on the comment section. I do look for your comments so that I also come to know that we are on the same path, and the way I'm explaining is useful for you guys also. So I'm always open to comments. So thanks a lot for being a part of this journey. Please like, do subscribe, and tomorrow let's meet again with something new. Thank you all. Have a great day.